What's up, everybody? You're back with The Chosen Khan. And today in the studio, we have Miss Noor Fadel.
Hi, everyone.
And you're used to this now, right? This is like your, what, 80th?
This is nothing new.
How many interviews have you done in like a week?
Well, in one day I did 24, and then the other day I did 8,
Yeah.
and then we did 13.
I don't know how to count, so I'll just say a lot.
I don't have enough fingers for it.
Damn, you've been doing a lot of interviews. So today in the podcast, we talked about a bunch of things. In the video, I wanted to talk about 3 main things. The first being, I guess, what was your early life like? You moved around a lot.
Yes.
What was that like?
I'm busy.
Yeah.
It was difficult sometimes because you never had enough time to, get used to things in a new environment.
Yeah.
But it was an experience. It was a way to help me grow faster.
And what was something about you when you were young you were very
Passionate about?
yeah. You're telling me you're very outspoken?
Yeah, I'm very outspoken. I'm very hyper. I was a very hyper person. My dad used to call me monkey all the time.
Yeah.
And then when I gained a little weight, he called me happy feet because I
the
waddle when
penguin?
I walk. Yeah, he calls me a penguin.
Oh, shout out to your dad.
Animal every other day.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, that was something interesting I just learned. So happy feet.
So monkey and then happy feet because the penguin.
Yeah. And so that was your early life, right? You moved around a lot. We talk about that. And then we talked about how even in high school, you were talking about Islam, like you were the one that was like you're the mascot for some. What was it like?
Kind of like I guess everyone saw me as like the one that just wants to make sure everyone doesn't say anything bad about Islam. But I think they took it like I was trying to be aggressive, like forcing my religion. But it wasn't that. It was just that people are ignorant, they don't understand, and I wanted them to be educated on it.
Yeah. And so what happened? Like when you were always just, I guess, putting yourself out there at that time in high school?
You have people go against it, obviously. Like anything you do in life, whether it's in high school or not, people are going to have something to say about anything you do.
Yeah.
And I think for them, it's just that I think high school was a joke for people. When you have a passion and a focus in life, especially at a young age like that, not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people know what they want. So when you do, it's a joke. It's a laugh. And so I knew what I wanted. I knew exactly what I wanted and where I wanted to go and what I want to do with my life. And so I think that was intimidating for people and it came out harsh for people. And
well, in high school, everyone were insecure.
Yeah,
we're trying to figure things out, right? It's like it comes with the whole, I guess, the climate of high school. So that was your high school experience.
Yes.
And then even fast forwarding to, and you just graduated this year.
Just graduated this year.
Hold up, man.
So
that's
much
crazy.
happened.
Yeah,
It feels like it's been like I'm an old soul, like 5 years ago. It was literally like months ago.
Yeah, it was months ago.
Yeah,
and we met months ago. We met when you did your first event.
Yes, the Resist for Peace March against the grand opening for the Trump Tower.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy that you just did that a couple months ago and now all this has been happening?
It's happening. And I thought it was so cool. I'm like, everyone knows me for the Trump rally. But that was like nothing. That was like everyone knows me for being the one who got smacked on the face by some guy on the train. So.
But the interesting part about that is that that's not even you.
It's not me.
You're very strong. Again, shout out Abdul Fadel, my boy.
There you go.
Yeah, shout out. I gotta give
Best
a shout
brother,
out.
Ali too.
And Ali, we talk a lot about both of them in the podcast, and the sisters.
Yes, and the sisters. Yeah,
the whole family.
They're there.
And your mom. We talk about the whole family. Your mom for sure got tears.
And
in
then
eyes.
interview on the Fadel family.
Yeah, the whole family. Yeah, it was. This could be your guide to the Fadel family.
There you go.
I remember when you put yourself out there back then. That. You didn't have your family support, and I could see it was just like it was killing you.
Yeah,
right?
I lost a lot of passion. My motivation was just like I felt like I was losing it more than gaining it. Even though I kept doing events without their permission or behind their back, I felt like I didn't want to anymore. Because it sucks. It sucks to having to go behind your parents' back and doing something. But it's just because they love me so much. They don't want to see me getting hurt. Do you know what I mean? Especially being like a visible Muslim, Muslim woman with the hijab on, it's difficult. And you're going to have people who are going to have something to say about it.
Yeah.
And I can handle myself. But even for me, sometimes my sister, when she first got into a job, I felt like, Izzy, just if you need help, let me know. I wanted to make sure she was okay. Just because I don't know what she can handle, what she can't. And I think that's the same for my parents. Yeah. It's like they know me better than anyone. So they think they know what's best for me. But it's like, I'm strong. I can handle myself, and have faith in me. Mom, dad, trust me.
And so that's what was happening at the beginning when you started really putting yourself out there. Is that you're saying you have two faces in a sense?
Yes.
Because you want to make them happy, but you have your passion. You found
I have my passion, yeah.
Yeah, and so now fast forwarding to last week, you've already. If you guys want to hear about the whole experience, you can listen to it on the podcast. I don't even want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about like what's been going on since. So you were assaulted on the train.
Yes.
Right? Physically,
sexually, verbally.
like all over the place,
Yes,
right?
all over the place.
But at the end of the day, like what came from it was what's his name?
Jake
So-
Taylor, shout out to you.
Yeah. So Jake Taylor, you guys ended up like it's so outside the box, and that's not something the media really wants to highlight.
Yeah.
That, you know what, a Muslim woman and a white dude, like he came and you guys came together. It's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
But so what have people been saying to you about that?
I've had some messages, like for me, like, yeah, he was the one that was there for me. And if he wasn't, and yeah, it's a decent thing that any human should do, but no
They
other
didn't.
human did. Exactly. No one did. And so, yeah, he's a hero. And I'm going to say it. And my family thinks so too. Like what he did was amazing. And he didn't need to do it. Even though he just, pushed the guy away and that's it. He went more. He gave it his all for it. And it
He took
meant so
care
much.
of you afterwards.
He took such good care of me. He's amazing. And I can never repay him for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, people are kind of like messaging me and saying like, oh yeah, it's great what he did for you and stuff. But I mean, like, I think media are focusing too much on like the white guy who saved the Muslim girl on the train. It's like, well, because that's exactly what happened. The white guy, helped the Muslim woman on the train while everyone else was seated and watching.
Yeah.
Do you know what else do you want to hear?
I think the thing is, again, it doesn't go with the narrative that it's like
Exactly.
we're against each other.
Yeah.
We can't be together.
Exactly.
Right? But it's like, no, like we can come because we're human beings first and foremost.
Yeah.
Right? Even our religion teaches that. It's about humanity.
Yeah.
So that was a wonderful thing that came from this horrible ordeal.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was you were telling me how now your parents, what's it like with your family now?
Now it's like my mom's a little more strict now,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's all out of the mother's heart.
Yeah.
But my dad and my family have been so supportive. My dad is just like, hey, like, do you need anything? You okay? You have an interview to do? Go do it.
Yeah.
You have this politician to talk to? Kick butt.
Yeah.
You got this. We have faith in you.
And how
Do you know
do you
what I mean?
feel? Yeah, I can see it.
I gotta fix my posture
Yeah,
now because I
feel-
can lift myself up
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? It's so good. I feel sometimes upset the fact that it had to get into this certain situation, but I don't really regret it.
You
Do
can't,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Because now I have a platform to speak up. And like before this incident, I was always trying to speak up about racism and, Islamophobia and just discrimination against not only Muslims, the LGBT community, whether you're Jewish or Sikh or whatever, it doesn't matter, In the end, you're Canadian or you're someone who
human,
lives
yeah.
in Canada, you're human. You're human. And that's all it is. That's enough of a reason for us to be good to each other.
100%. Wait, how old are you again? 18?
18.
For God's sakes, man. Man, I'm an old ass dude, man. But yeah, I want to
It's
say.
just the beard.
I want to say that, like, that's incredible, right?
Thank
and
you.
so to check out the podcast, and the way I wanted to end off was check out Poetry by Noor. Do you want to talk a little bit about what's Poetry by Noor? to you?
So that's my Instagram. So it's Poetry by Noor. I got into poetry just kind of through life experiences, and I like to write little short poems and then draw my own visuals with them as
Yeah.
well. Just because I feel like that's who I am. I'm a very colorful person. I don't
like
want
the hijab.
Yeah, and there you go. My mom said, "Wear a black hijab today, Noor." I'm like, black? Is that a sauce? I don't get it, So I just kind of had to put myself out there.
Yeah.
I'm a very
Just being
bright
you.
person.
You're
Yeah,
being
for
you.
sure.
Yeah. Even after this, because a lot of people you could have been like, I'm the victim, this
Yeah.
is- but I love, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why it just gives me so much like hope and just like happiness and positivity, because the Noor I knew before this ordeal and the person that I'm sitting with now, you're even more complete person after
Yeah.
this. You're not like, yo, life is so hard as a Muslim woman. You're like, yeah, I'm a Muslim woman. I
Yeah.
went through this.
And you have your hard times. It's a traumatizing experience. Like I find myself thinking about it randomly and it hurts, but it's not I can't let me affect it. Like I can't be affected that way by it.
'Cause
It
then
hurts, and if I am affected by it that way, that's for my own issue. That's between myself and I can go get the treatment I need for it. But at the moment, like, now I have my platform and I have Muslim women from across the world, like over 5,000 messages from them telling me situations that they've been in. And we need to speak up. And this is not just about Muslim women. I have people from every other community, every other culture,
Well, look
every
at
other race.
the Me Too movement and everything that's
Yeah, for
happening,
sure.
and then this happened. Like it's definitely a big deal.
Yeah.
And so honestly, like I'm excited. I'm excited for everything
you.
that you're gonna do, because I know that this is just the beginning for you.
Thank you so
Right.
much. Yeah.
And check out the full podcast and listen to the journey, because then it all makes so much sense. Right.
you
But
go.
again, thank you, Noor, for
No
coming on the
worries.
show.
Thank you so much for having
And
me.
then shout out again to the Fadel family. Like she
Yes.
couldn't stop talking about y'all. You know what I mean?
You guys, I miss you.
She does miss you guys. But again, I'm excited.
Thank you. Yeah,
So-
same for me.
All right, everybody, we're going to see y'all soon. To connect with Noor, we're going to have all that stuff on the bottom. And subscribe, and we'll see what comes next.
There you go.
All right, peace. Thank you for watching our videos. Your support really means a lot to us. Check out our podcast and honestly, check out the other conversations we've been having as well.